Hello and welcome to this FBF Nerd Night. I am joined by about half the party.
We don't know what happened to the other half. They're all Have you noticed all the people who are not here, all the people who nearly got mullered last time?
I think that's possibly they're still recovering from that, let's be fair. Andy, previously on the adventures of you guys that haven't come up with a name for your group of adventurers yet, lots of you nearly died.
Yes.
But
Well,
not
it's
all
nice
of
it
us.
wasn't just me. Usually it's me.
We thought at one point Liz did die, but the armor on her.
It turned out it didn't.
Yeah, she was alive by 1 hit point.
Jesus.
And then
This is what happens when I leave you alone.
And then Chupacabra fell over, and Fenthwick, did you fall over, or was it?
I did fall over.
So, basically, last time you fought some orcs, and they were very tough.
Excellent.
I'd just like to say I didn't fall over at all, or even get hit.
Admittedly, I will say that I only fell over once they flanked around us, and we were kind of forced into melee range.
Yeah, to be fair, you held out a long time.
Yeah, I held out with 6 health through in that entire battle.
Well, go you.
But now you guys have hit level 3.
Yes.
So that means you've all got some wangy new powers.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to explain what awesome new stuff you've got now?
Who's going? I'm waiting.
Sean, do you want to tell us first?
Okay. Well, I have gained spellcasting, so I'm actually able to cast a few spells. Only a couple, but so I've chosen Cure Wounds, which is Cure Wounds, Sanctuary, which gives whoever I desire, either myself or anyone within 30 feet of me, protection of a sort, and Shield of Faith, which increases whoever I wish within 60 feet of me AC +2. So
as long as you maintain concentration.
As long as I maintain concentration for both of them, which is fairly fine because hopefully I won't be hit because I'm a far away person.
Yes.
And then also my awesome thunder cannon has a new ability, which is Thundermonger.
So is this you've worked out some new ammo for it?
I like to think that I've like because my gun's magical in a way anyway, and I like to think that there's I've got like a little rune that I can press to activate this little special ability.
Right.
Which if I'm correct, it adds 1d6 lightning damage to an attack.
Nice.
Which is pretty good considering the gun does 2d6 damage anyway.
So another d6, and it's also electric.
It is. So yeah, those are my wangy abilities. I believe that's all I got for.
How often can you do that ammo thing?
According to the thing that was on Unlimited Unearthed Arcana, they don't specify. So I think I can kind of do it whenever I kind of fancy. I mean, I can't see any sort of limitation on it. I've not. I feel there must be, but
You studied it at length.
yeah, there's not much.
Why would you ever not do that? I would like
Exactly.
to not do as much damage as I possibly could.
I mean, at later levels, you gain different things for the gun. Like you can have kind of a pushback attack and things like that. So you can understand that. But yeah, I don't see Thunderman at third level. You can learn to channel thunder energy through your thunder cannon. As an action, you can make a special attack with your
There doesn't seem to be anything saying you can't do it.
Yeah, they've not got anything there saying I can only use it a limited amount of times.
So you've just increased your damage by 50%, basically.
Yeah,
Basically.
Awesome.
Until level 5, when it goes up to 2d6.
indeed.
So we've got our DPS.
Cool.
I do a shit ton of damage so long as I hit.
Yeah, that's basically the thing with you is you do a lot of damage. You've got to hit first.
That's about it.
And speaking of people who have to hit first, Jeff.
Hello, yes. I got some new toys. Where's my character
I think
sheet?
the technical term is wangy abilities.
Yeah, we discussed this.
I'm officially an assassin, so I'm not just playing an assassin. I'm officially assassin, running along the rooftops.
Have you
jumping
got
down.
the little burn mark around your finger and the hood?
Oh yes, I got all of that. Yep. I got the weird vision that gives you.
You can see through walls slightly.
If you squint.
If I attack before somebody else, in the round, or I get a surprise round, I get to roll at advantage, and it's an automatic critical hit. And my sneak attack is now up to 2d6. So basically, as long as I hit first and nobody notices I'm there, it's a lot of damage.
You can do shit tons.
So, just to double check that you know this, it's not just if they don't know you're there, it's also if they are being distracted by somebody else.
Ah, okay. So
the sneak attack goes off if somebody else is stood next to them as well.
Yeah, we
If their attention is drawn elsewhere, you can
It's not just a sneak attack, it's also I know to jam this in the guy's kidneys while he's looking at, say, Logan.
Which is kind of what we did last time as well, wasn't it? I managed to put that to use last time,
Yes.
if I remember rightly.
You did.
Yes, so I need someone to stand in the way and distract them, be a distraction.
Speaking of people who can be a no.
Erelith, Brunhilde, Bronzehammer, and Chupacabra are not around this week, so we'll discuss their wangy new powers next time. Mostly because I don't really know what Brunhilde's are, and the other two can have their own fun telling you guys what their awesome new stuff is.
Well, she's a fighter, isn't she? So she'll get to pick a martial archetype as well.
Yes, both Chupacabra and Brunhilde are fighters, so they will pick martial archetypes, and hopefully they won't pick the same one.
That'd be interesting.
Well,
it's almost like wearing the same hat, isn't it, to an event?
you like them turning up in the same clothes at a party.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, at the moment, they're both fighters with dual weapon fighting as their focus. So, they've come in very similar outfits for the moment.
Chupacabra wants to go the flamey sword route, doesn't she? So
yes, she is. She is an Eldritch Knight.
Oh, that's cool.
So, Andy, if you could steer Liz somewhere else,
Yeah,
cool.
I'll do what I can.
Just
She can
drop hints about how awesome other martial archetypes are.
You know what the worst archetype is? Oh, no.
Meanwhile, we find you guys the next morning after the attack of the orcs.
Hey, I've got some wanging new abilities too.
he's got wangy abilities.
Yeah, but Logan, what are your wangy new powers? I forgot to mention.
Well, mine are quite simple. So I can rage one more time per short rest, and when I rage, if I choose to go into a frenzied rage, I go a little bit mental, which means that for a bonus action each round, I can attack again. So I double my attack output while I'm raging. But afterwards, I get a little bit tired and I suffer.
So he needs a nap.
Pretty much,
A nap. Basically, the way that exhaustion drops in this, it will drop every time you take a long rest, as long as you have access to food.
But only one level, right? So
It drops one level, yes.
I'll still be exhausted enough.
So just don't stay up all night and frenzy all the time. Because if you hit 6 levels of exhaustion, you're dead.
Literally drop dead on the spot.
Anyway, now we find our adventurers the morning after the orc attack on the city, or the town, the very small suburbs, the village, really. The empty place where nobody.
Did we let them in? Did we lower the drawbridge and let them in?
No,
we held them off, but then they we kind of forgot that there was a big open fucking door to the south.
There's an open door?
There's the bridge that leads to the keep.
They basically swam around and swam across that bridge and got in behind us, and
okay.
Stuff happened.
They're sneaky. I don't like that.
Yeah.
They were sneaky.
But we did But if I'm correct, we did cut off all of their penises and shove them into their leader's mouth.
No, I believe you shoved them into the mouth of their spiritual leader, not their actual leader.
Semen kind of thing.
Well, I'm glad to see that my wishes were respected, even though.
Well, if we start desecrating corpses, we've got to finish desecrating.
Yeah, that's true.
Their actual leader, you don't actually know what happened. He just kind of wandered off, and then you heard elven fighting, and then he wasn't alive anymore.
Yeah. Some elves mopped up for us by the sound of things.
The elves rode off saying, "Thank you very much. You're welcome," basically.
Oh,
Okay, it's okay. You're welcome.
So, this morning, the guards from the castle come across and question what you're going to do about the missing villagers.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
That is a thing.
They
Did
were
we ever
led
get
out
that
to the
payment
north.
that I got attacked by a magic sword for?
Pardon?
Did we ever go and take the payment from that magic chest where that magic sword hit me?
Nope,
Not
that
as
magic-
of yet,
Because
because
that
you
magic
can't
sword
get
is
into
still
it.
there.
Kind of left it alone.
God.
Although,
Cowards.
would I be able to disarm that trap if we ever went back there? Would I be able to disarm that trap?
You don't think so at the moment. It's purely magical, and that's not something you know how to do.
Okay, fair enough.
Sounds like a challenge.
I should try it. Stab. I'll try it again. Stab. I'm not expecting me. Stab. I'm dead.
I will disarm it with my great axe.
They suggest that maybe if you go and rescue the villagers, somebody will be able to offer you a reward.
Well,
Okay.
a reward does sound good.
A
more
reward that we don't have to
importantly,
brave a magical chest.
More importantly, I feel we should really go and help them because they're only poor little villagers.
Yes.
Well, only if they pay for it, frankly.
Well,
Do we need to ask the guards should we start looking, because it's a big open world and there's not a lot.
I think they said it was the
There are
back
caves up to the north.
I was going to say some nearby caves.
Nearby
One
caves.
moment, I think I can
Caves
help you with
nearby.
that.
Can you?
If you guys look up to the north,
Dripping
they
Cave.
point you in this direction.
Oh, yeah.
It's a cave that's full of drips.
Right,
Well, we'll see about that.
before we go anywhere, I'm going to go to the shop
Okay.
because there's something I've been wanting to do since I got a bag of holding. I'm going
That's not
to.
nice.
I'm going to go in there. I think you said that there was stuff in there that's like value of 10 gold pieces.
The exact description of the shop at the moment. What's the shop? 9. You can search the shop and find anything on the adventuring gear table in Chapter 5 of the Player's Handbook that is worth 10 gold pieces or less. Up to 4 of each.
Does that include weapons of any description?
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
Not
It's got-
interested.
It's got arrows and sling bullets and crossbow bolts and stuff like that. But yeah,
But
nothing
nothing
else.
to actually shoot those things.
However, there are according to the little foot poles.
Okay.
I want to take a couple of 10-foot poles and put them into my bag of holding.
Okay, then.
Just so, at some point, I can open my tiny bag and pull out a
Pull out a
10-foot pole.
One moment.
just check
You
if
search
the-
around for a little while, and you manage
find
to
a 10-foot
find
pole.
a single 10-foot pole.
Fine, I put the 10-foot pole into my bag of holding.
Feel
Wait,
free
wait,
to
one
note that on your character sheet somewhere.
Fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
wait one moment while John changes all the button lengths to 11 feet.
I'm not going to use it for anything. I'm just going to occasionally.
it.
I'm just going to occasionally get it out of the bag.
Oh dear.
10-foot pole.
Just side question: how do characters normally carry around 10-foot poles? It's a standard part of any adventures kit. How do they carry them around?
It's never really come up before.
With great difficulty.
Oh, I got to go for a few minutes, guys. Be back as soon as I can.
Okay.
Fair enough. I now have a
know
10-foot.
it too.
I now have a 10-foot pole, and I shall poke things with it.
Is there any other stuff from that list you want to check for? Sure.
I'm tempted to say no, but
It's entirely up to you. You can't metagame at all. Anything that we discussed before the game, your character doesn't know.
I don't know. I can't remember. I can't find the fucking thing now. Where's it gone? There it is. Let's have a look. What else have we got in here? We've got
abacuses.
Yep. Clothes.
Clothes. Ball bearings.
Crowbars.
Barrels. Baskets.
Shovels.
Shovels. You want to check for shovels?
Silk rope. What the fuck would you want silk rope?
Why wouldn't you want silk rope?
But, surely that's just going to tear easier, surely.
Silk is surprisingly strong.
Iron pots. Rations.
Yeah, let's have a look at some rations.
You have a scout round, and you find four days worth of rations.
I take them, I shove them in the bag of holding.
Good job.
2-person tents, tinder boxes, torches, vials, water skins, whetstones.
Let's have a look.
Pittons, miner's picks, perfume, pages, parchment, steel mirror, just on the edge of it, manacles.
Let's have a look for, I don't know, a lantern of some description. I don't know.
Lantern. You could find a lamp or a hooded lantern.
Let's go for a hooded lantern.
You find 4 of them.
Found 4 of them. I'll take one. I'll give one to others if they want them.
I'll have a lantern for no reason other than you're handing it.
And I'll give one to Talon.
Well, we'll check when he gets back if he takes it or not.
Yep. Either way, I've got one. And also, I don't know, some oil flasks.
Oil, I believe. Yep. Oil is also on the list of.
I've got my list here.
Affordable things. Find 1 flask of oil.
I'll put it in my bag.
Apparently, my D4 knows only the top and bottom number of the D4.
Right, so add and add and add. I said I'd take. So we've got.
And of course, because you're putting these things in the bag of holding, they don't actually have a weight.
They don't. Which is fantastic. So rations times 4. Ooh, okay. Pardon me. What else did I say? Hooded lantern. And a flask of oil. Times 1. Done and done. And a 10-foot pole.
And you have a 10-foot pole.
I've got a 10-foot pole.
Because why not?
I shall call it Gloria.
I love
Sure.
In fact, I get out the 10-foot pole and I carefully, sort of, like, kind of crudely carve Gloria.
Okay, so you guys,
Only got the 10-foot black holding.
at this point, do you decide to head off towards the caves you've been pointed at?
Yeah, I think we would. Well, if we're done looting the.
If we've done
already.
the shop.
For the moment, Jeff will follow you.
I love it.
Jeff is back now.
Are you following?
We haven't all died yet. Where am I following? What's you done to us?
They've looted the store. Sean has handed you a lantern.
Cool.
And now
I'll
you're
take
heading.
the lantern and hide it away somewhere.
You're heading to the north,
Okay.
to the caves. As you get out of town, Anybody want to make me a survival check? Or
I'll
a
do it.
wisdom
I
check?
love surviving.
What's my survival rating?
I will. Why
I
the
will pass. I will pass.
Sean! Somehow,
against all odds.
possibly by just being closer to the ground, you see tracks of the villagers fleeing. You remember seeing them on the way into town. You follow them. You start seeing them where they've gone.
I see the tracks this way.
You go up to the north, and the hills around Nightstone
Are alive.
Alive with the sound of music.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
about a mile north of Nightstone
Okay.
is a gaping cave entrance on the south side of a rocky hill topped with pine trees.
What do your gnomish eyes see?
The tracks go in.
The tracks go into this cave.
Wow, that seems like a place we should go.
It's a trap. We should try the next cave along. I'm sure it's just a decoy.
Decoy. It's a decoy cave. They dug it up this morning.
Don't trust them.
I shoot the cave. No, I don't.
What are your options?
I shoot the cave. Brilliant.
Your options are charging straight in or looking around the hill.
Now, I was told that we all were close to death last time, and now my normal tactic. That's the case.
Sorry, you've gone very quiet, Andy.
Yeah, I was going to say, I will defer and say that we can begin if people insist.
I would like to look around the hill.
I think we
For
check around the
tactical
hill
advantages,
first.
yes. For tactical advantages.
See if there's
Okay.
any other entrances or anything like that.
Okay. You take about an hour. You wander around the hill.
Mm-hmm.
There are two other entrances into this hill. So the gaping cave entrance that you found, the footsteps, the tracks from the villagers go into, is on the south side of the hill. On the west side of the hill is a narrow tunnel into which a stream flows. And on the east side of the hill is a dry 100-foot-long tunnel that gently slopes down into the hill.
So we've got a main entrance here. We've got a narrow tunnel this way. And what was the third entrance, sorry?
I don't know what you're indicating to. Okay, yeah.
Oh, he's got a small little hill.
I wasn't looking at your map. I was looking at the next map.
Okay.
On the east side, there is a
Gently
it's a
sloping.
gently sloping downwards slope tunnel that goes at least 60 foot in, which is as far as any of you can see.
And to the west, there's a little river, a little stream that goes in, and there's
That's east.
that's west.
Never eat shredded wheat.
That is the east.
Side, the right-hand side, yeah.
Eat shredded.
All right, that one.
That one has a stream going into it. That one is not streamed. It's not on Twitch, the east entrance.
Okay. Right, so
Now it just looks like a guy being electrocuted in the face.
With a sad face.
Bad face.
So those are your options at the moment.
okay.
Sorry, just to be clear, because our map is now a face. The west-hand side is an entrance that has a river going into it, and the eastern side is an entrance that doesn't have a river.
It's
Eastern
a
side
narrow
is-
tunnel into which a stream flows.
Yeah.
And the east side is a dry tunnel that slopes gently downwards.
Cool. And which way are the tracks going? To which one of these?
The south
Yes.
entrance.
The main south entrance, which I
So
don't
these are the ones we've
want
looked
to
on.
go in. Yeah, we don't want to go in the south entrance.
The south
Okay.
entrance is quite a large entrance. It's like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet across.
Okay.
It's a fairly big entrance.
So it's a fairly big entrance, and it's clearly like the front door for all intents and purposes. As caves go with front doors.
Cool.
What are you guys thinking? I'm thinking the river entrance.
The stream. I was thinking that would probably be a nice way.
I'm thinking similar.
Okay,
To the
so
west.
you're gonna go down the stream entrance, which is the one to the west.
So there's a question here now. Do we want to put me in front, just a big fat tank, or do we want to put the sneaky people?
How well lit is this tunnel? Is this little tunnel, or is it just?
It is pitch black.
Okay, I will roll my stealth then. I think I will attempt to. Actually, is it worth rolling stealth it because they can't see me anyway?
You'd need to roll stealth for sound,
Yeah,
and also
Yeah.
possibly people that can see in the dark, and
Yeah.
also the fact that you can't see in the dark.
All right, I will roll my stealth.
Let me just double check where this path.
Oh yeah, I don't
20.
have dark vision, do I?
Neither you nor Jeff have dark vision.
Sucks to be you.
We're a
Okay.
team.
I am stealth. I'm fully stealth and silent.
You are quite stealthy.
I am less silent.
Fuck it.
You are the most stealthy.
Meanwhile, the gnome disappears out of existence.
For all intents and purposes, the gnome does disappear out of existence because the other two members of the party enter this
Can't see
cave
anyway.
and can't see anything.
I can't see.
I have a lantern. I just remembered this fact.
Oh yeah, we have hooded lanterns.
Oh, I wonder why you got
Gosh.
those.
I wonder if any of us could have talked about this prior to the game. Okay, I'm going to switch you over to the new map, and you guys are going to have some fun times with dynamic lighting.
Oh my god.
Metal Gear.
Oh
God, it's just a big black box.
Somebody help me.
God damn it. Hang on, I'm
All
trying
of
to
this.
find where the hell we are.
Uh,
Oh, there we am.
you are up and to the left of the map.
I found it.
I
I'm heavily zoomed in.
And to the left, I can't see it. No.
I can't see it either.
Hold on.
Have you literally turned off visibility for those who don't have dark vision? Because that's just cruel.
You don't have any light.
We have lanterns.
I take out my hooded lantern.
Okay.
I take up my lantern
Yeah.
and light it. Yes.
Yeah.
Enough of this.
Enough of this showy thing. Let me just put on my lantern.
Bear with me 1 second while I remember how far.
So I have sonar vision.
We see a dragon. I turn off my lantern.
No, wait. I'm an assassin. I've got eagle vision. Can you paint everything in blue and red for me, please?
Yeah, that'd be brilliant.
Paint everything.
Oh, no, wait, not that one.
It's gotten slightly brighter.
Oh, no, wait. I do need to check that one, otherwise you're blind.
Mm. Ugh.
I'd rather not be blind if I go to.
I mean, you know, it's an option, apparently.
And I choose not.
Please deselect it. Oh, okay. This is looking a bit
There
better.
you go. You should
Okay.
now both be able to see
Oh,
the
holy
map.
crap. Yeah. Awesome.
Good.
You'll
I'm still-
also notice that the light that is emanating at the moment is coming from your characters. Your tokens are the points of light.
That's
Interesting.
really cool.
So if I were to, I'm playing.
If you're not with the pen tool,
Oh, I see. I'm just going to move back to where I was.
That's really cool as well, because, wait, I can't see your light. Interesting. If you move over there, it didn't light up.
you should be able to see the light that you would be able to see from where you are.
Oh, that's really cool.
It's awesome.
That's freaking sweet.
Okay,
So,
do we just progress slowly through this?
I
right,
guess.
as you
What
get
are we
into
doing?
this cave that you've entered,
I'm into this cave.
Yeah.
I'm into this cave.
and
I
it's
would
an
suggest let
ankle.
me go first, seeing as we're lighting our way and making ourselves an obvious target.
Yeah, but I'm stealth.
You're
taking
also holding a lantern. So
You are
that's
holding a
going to-
lantern in a pitch black cave. You are
Yeah.
not stealthy.
It's
holding it in a stealthy way.
It is a hooded lantern, so you can put the hood down and it reduces the light.
It's an ankle-deep river.
Do this, yep.
It's like a knee-deep river.
For some. I mean, it's about to the bottom of the soles of Logan's shoes. Like he's got some height on this.
Yeah, just a little bit. What am I, 7 foot? Something like
Could I? Wait, I just thought, could I leave my lantern in a place and move it independently of it? Mr.
No.
DM.
As you press into this cave, Jeff, there is
Yes.
a goblin.
I can see a goblin, guys. There is a. I whisper, guys. There's a goblin up ahead.
I want to hit it.
Where can I put my lantern down? So, is the goblin in an investigative mood?
Oh, there he is.
That goblin just appeared from nowhere. Oh, come on. That's not.
There is a goblin.
Or
The
you
goblin
can like,
is.
wander in and start moving tokens around.
Sorry, I had to find a token.
Where did that guy come from?
The goblin is coming in. They're not armed.
Not a move. Okay. Just wanted to make sure that was just a thing there. Yep.
They've got a bucket.
Okay.
I hit him with my great axe.
Well, I think we should leave him and see what he does.
I hit him with my great axe.
Okay, roll it.
Oh boy.
I understand your point of view. Actually, it's my great sword. But I'm missing.
One second. Let me look up a.
Let me look up a thing.
What's goblin?
Hold
AC?
on, I'll just quickly look up elderly to crippled goblin.
With family.
That's still a miss, I believe.
I was going to say, if I roll a 2 and hit him, that's not a good sign for them.
So
I'm easily startled.
the goblin tumbles backwards and looks to be about to run out of the cave. Do you guys want to do something about this?
I run at him in time.
I will wait for Andy to get a bit louder. So the goblin's there. Which way is he going to run? Is he going to run into the cave, shouting his little head off?
Yes.
I would have thought he would do this if he just suddenly got attacked by a very big man.
Right. I would like to move around this rock to block his escape.
Okay.
Thusly.
You disappeared.
Haha,
Can I try and grapple him? Now that I've missed.
He's going to have an action before you get another turn.
That's
Have we rolled initiative yet? That's the thing.
Technically, no, but I'm playing this bit by ear. So you move
Okay.
around. He's going to try and get out, and he can't get past you. Do you want to take an action to attack him?
I wish to take an action to attack him.
Roll it. You have advantage.
Okay. Weapon. Yes. Crit. When it says input value crit, do I need to? Is that going to
For
roll?
this, yes.
Okay.
This
yes.
is a crit.
It's not a sneak attack because he's basically running
It
into me.
is a sneak attack.
Okay. Oh, I get to use all my stuff. Brilliant. Critical sneak attack. 7.
You missed.
No, 7 damage. He's giving me a 4 to hit 14 versus 15. Oh.
Yeah.
Why is he giving me a 7 damage then? If it
I can't tell it to not like it. There's no less
If you
than.
had it, you do 7 damage.
Unfortunately, it doesn't do a less than. In the
okay,
macro.
I failed. Your macro is lacking in certain respects, I feel.
I feel it's your dice rolling ability, to be fair.
I'm sure if he's running away, did I get an opportunity attack?
Sure. Yeah, you get a reaction.
Then I try and hit him again. You smell, sir.
You hit.
Yay!
That sounds like me.
You
Please.
kill.
Cut his head off.
Well, the reason you missed is probably because I slashed him in the back and he just falls in front of you dead.
Oh, okay. So
As,
I like
as he falls down dead, the name badge of Pob the Pacifist floats off.
Actually,
And
to be
lands-
fair, Jeff would have hit him as well, but Jeff didn't get a chance because as he was running off, Logan slashed him in the back. Because I forget that he's
And I
not
was just
actually
like,
wearing his armor.
Yeah. So as I slashed him, he just kind of fell down, and my sword went. Oh, he's gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
You slashed, but he was falling over, so you
Yeah.
just kind of took the top of his head off.
That's where your 7 damage goes.
Okay.
Congratulations, you killed a non-combatant.
Score!
Hey.
Starters, we need to go on, guys.
Right. I would like to. Can I leave my lantern where it is?
Yes, there's not really an option for that. Other than me just copying and pasting a token in for your lantern. Let me find a lantern.
Okay. I don't wish to do that just yet. As long as I know that's an option, that's okay.
Let me still find a lantern that I can just use. There's
Okay.
a lantern. So what I'll do, Jeff, is I'll take the lantern off of being you, so you
I'll put
no
it onto
longer
that.
emit light.
And it's now on that lantern.
And I'll put it on this lantern.
Okay, can you move the lantern onto my... Are you able to move the lantern onto my token?
I can. It won't move with you.
That's okay, as long as we know that.
So at the moment, you and the lantern... Oh, I can actually also give you control of the lantern.
That'd be good. Okay, so... I can just see...
Somehow.
Guys, I can just see what looks like the hairs of another goblin around the next corner.
Can we kill it?
John, tell me about this goblin.
There's a goblin.
That's good, that's all I needed to know.
He's coming.
So that looks to be a large cave, 12 feet wide, 20 feet high. There are some ledges in the cave, and this goblin that you can just see the corner of is stood up on a ledge about 10 feet off the ground.
Okay, he hasn't seen us yet, has he?
He has not seen you just yet.
Guys, I think we should take this other path going up to the left.
Okay.
We could do.
Because where there's one goblin in a big cave like that, it's probably not going to be just one.
Well, we have just gone in. If there's one goblin, there's going to be a lot of them, no matter where we go.
Yeah, but I'm saying in this particular place.
In this particular place, I think we go north and have a look and see what this tunnel leads to.
Yes, that's what I'd like to do. I'd like to go. I'm going to go north of this passage up here.
Okay.
I've now
If we
moved.
come across anything, I'm going to hit it, but I don't
Right.
mind trying to avoid them.
I'm going to throw my lantern up the passageway.
Clang, 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 clang.
Very stealthily.
So as you get to this point,
Why is this thing not lighting up? Okay, so we get to this point.
you get to this point,
You're going to get to this point.
and there is a boulder blocking a tunnel.
To the east. To the west, sorry.
Yes. You can see the front of it here.
But to the north.
To the
I
north,
could try and move it.
you can see
I'm
round a
pretty sure.
corner into another room. This is a 10-foot high cave that contains, from where you can see, about several giant rats.
And tell me about these other things that we can see in the cave, because I can just make out that there's not just rats in there.
The rats are presently feasting on the corpse of a villager.
That's not good.
So that is a dead body in the middle of the room. At the
We done well
top,
there, guys.
at the far end of the room, you can see 3 goblins.
Okay.
One of them looks slightly bigger and more impressive than the others.
What do we
Okay.
do? I'm going to try from where I am. It's blocked.
How far could I throw this? How far can I throw this? Could I throw this lantern? If you were to give me a rough guess.
About the same distance you could throw a dagger.
So 30.
I can't remember what the range on your daggers
It's 20 foot short range, 60 foot long range.
So you can get it 20 foot for definite, or up to 60 foot. You have disadvantage.
Okay. Can I do it from there? Because what I'd like to do is try and throw it somewhere to try and get the rats to chase after the noise, and see if we can distract them somehow.
Have you passed on this information to us, by the way, that there are a lot of enemies and stuff?
Guys, there are a lot of enemies in the next room.
Cool. Great teamwork, guys. Tell me when you want me to go and hit things, basically.
I want to try and clear some of these rats, try and get them to go somewhere else for the moment so we get a bit of a clearer way in.